Hi, you guys. It is Sunday, August 1st, 2021. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Pearl Podcast, episode 220. The title, Foes, Stash, and Life. You can find the show notes for this podcast at knitandpearl-doris.blogspot.com. In social media, I am One Fine Cow, all spelled out, on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design, the number one, on Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith, all lowercase and smooshed together on Instagram. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Pearl Podcast group. But alas, all these things I just said you don't have to remember, because in the down bar below, there are links to the show notes, to the Ravelry group, to my Etsy store. If you click on the show notes, you can go in at the very top under the video are clickable links to my social media. Go follow me, I'll follow you back. Okay, all of that said, in a minute, that was fast. Anyway, story of the week in stash. I know, it's been over a month. Yeah, work has been busy and a little disjointed, and I'm not happy about it. I feel abused and just not happy right now with my job. I've put in a few job applications with no response. So I also feel like there are some spirits at war in our world right now. And it feels like it's affecting me spiritually and mentally, and it's like really been weighing me down. So, and I'm sure I'm not the only one feeling this, and I just felt it led to read Psalms 143, which has been a blessing to me this week. So if you don't mind, if you would just give me a few minutes of your time. Psalms 143 is a psalm from David. O Lord, hear my prayer. Listen to my cry for mercy. In your faithfulness and righteousness, come to my relief. Do not bring your servant into judgment, for no one living is righteous before you. The enemy pursues me. He crushes me to the ground. He makes me dwell in darkness like those long dead. So my spirit grows faint within me. My heart within me is dismayed. I remember the days of long ago. I meditate on all your works and consider what your hands have done. I spread out my hands to you. My soul thirsts for you like a parched ground. Shalom. Answer me quickly, O Lord. My spirit faints with longing. Do not hide your face from me, or I will be like those who go down to the pit. Let your morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I lift my soul. Rescue me from my enemies, O Lord, for I hide myself in you. Teach me to do your will, for you are my God. May your good spirit lead me on level ground. For your name's sake, Lord, preserve my life. In your righteousness, bring me out of trouble. In your unfailing love, silence my enemies. Destroy all my foes, for I am your servant. Anyway, that was a blessing for me this week. So I have 4 finished objects and some stash that Ted gifted to me to crochet a sweater I wanted to crochet. So I have received 3 packages of this yarn, which is, here it is. It is called Ambient, and the color is camel white maroon shades. Yep, that's pretty accurate. So you'll see that in my whips this week. So I got 3 packages of that for a project that is in progress right now. I received it on Wednesday and I'm almost done with the body of the sweater. So you'll see that in a few minutes. But now let's get to the faux. I finished the rug sweater. Sans Colorwork, which is a free pattern. Oops, that's the back. This is the front. This is the front, that's the back. As you can see, the back is lower than the front. So this is a free pattern on Ravelry by Januko Okamoto. The yarn I'm using is Ice Yarns Nordic in white light orchid. The needles I used were my Knit Pro Zings in 6mm US 10. And it is complete. It was almost finished except for the sleeves. Well, maybe a little part of the body and the sleeves. I finished it a couple weeks ago, probably. Maybe a week ago because, you know, sleeve island, but it fits perfectly and I don't want to put it on because it's kind of warm. But it fits really nice. Its fit is like a comfortable sweatshirt. I'm very happy with it. So I started another thing and I got stuck in Sleeve Island again. So the next thing I finished is what I normally do when I'm stuck. I knit a bag. I crocheted a bag. I did. It took me a day and a half. This is the Granny Stitch bag. It was a free tutorial by Fiber Spider on YouTube. The yarn I used was some Lion Brand Kitchen Cotton because I had it in stash and it was sitting there looking at me. I had this skein. The bottom color is called Sage Brush, and then the other part is a natural. I got some left over. So I crocheted this bag. The needle the hook I used was this. It's an eye. This is a Susan Bates ergonomic. Very nice. I love this needle. So I crocheted this, and then I finished this other thing. Let me see. I'll put that there for now. I was going through my Ravelry library and just trying to find something I wanted to do. And I found this pattern. It is the Kea Cropped Shrug. It's a free pattern on Ravelry by Crystal Palace Yarns. The yarn I used was the, okay, I'll just show you because it's so beautiful. It's a little shrug. I used my Scarfie that's been sitting for a while in hot pink and black. On this pattern, I increased the sleeve length. The sleeve was just supposed to be the rib, and I put I don't know, maybe 2 inches of the sleeve and then did the ribbing. And it was supposed to be a 3-inch body because it's a shrug, and I did probably 5 inches because I wanted it to be a little bit bigger. This yarn, you guys, is amazing. I'm going to put it on, and I'm also going to show you. I had 2 balls of this, and I have still a good portion of the second ball. this pattern was it's very simple, very, very simple, and it's, yeah, I figured this would be so cute to wear over a pink little dress. And I've had it in, it's been in my queue for a while, and I just, when I looked at it again and saw that it called for a bulky yarn, there we go. It's knit on I knit it on my Zings on a 7 and an 8 millimeter. So the really big needles, it knits up really fast. But then I was just stuck on the sleeve island and like, I don't want to do it, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, it's beautiful. I love it so much. Like I said, I have a couple pink sweaters or pink dresses that this would look so cute over. And something I could like use when we go to a restaurant that has cold air conditioning. I love it. This is a really, really easy, simple pattern. If you were interested in trying your hand at a simple sweater, this would be perfect. Perfect. Okay, one final. I started this project last night, finished it today before I got to work doing the things I needed to do for the day. Anyway, let me have a drink of water. I knit the Nice and Knit hat because I just wanted one more hat. So I follow Rose Likes Crochet on YouTube, and she does a year-long charity drive for a charity called Wings. It's for domestic violence survivors and so August is winter hats, scarves, and such. So I went through all my finished objects, things that have been sitting for a while, and I have like 11 hats, so I wanted one more to make it even. So I knit this. I started it last night and finished it today. The yarn it's a free pattern, Nice and Knit, on their website, niceandknit.com. The yarn is I Love This Yarn in the Winter Flower. And I used my flips, these are Addi Flexi Flips. US 8, 5 millimeter. I bought these. I bought the sock flips, and I ended up giving them away because I just couldn't get it. And I bought these in a bigger, about a bigger gauge. I bought them from the Yarn and I believe, her Etsy store. I've used them twice. They're not easy to get used to, I'll just say that. But I was able to knit this sweater. So it took me a long time to get used to double point needles, but I can do it now. So anyway, this is going to go. I'm going to pack up. I've got a bag over here that's got hats and scarves and like little neck things that I'm going to send off to Rose for Rose Likes Crochet for the August. And if you have any finished objects that are just laying around for winter, like hats and scarves, I recommend you go over, look at Rose, get the information, and send some stuff for some people who need them. Also, I wanted to talk about this pattern and how it ends. So as a left-handed knitter, when you're doing decreases like this, you can't really see but this yarn. So the pattern as you start the decreases says slip, slip, knit, knit one, knit two together. Well, I'm a left-handed knitter. I knit in the opposite direction than most people. So I have to change, and I have to do knit two together, knit one, slip, slip, knit. So just in case somebody needs this information, I wanted to say that. And I also am going to enter a short video of something I did probably several years ago that showed the difference between doing the pattern as a left-handed person according to the pattern, just doing it, and then flipping those knit two together, slip slip knits, and the difference that it makes. So at this point I'm going to insert that video right here. Okay, this video today this part of the video is to show you some examples. I'm a left-handed knitter, and as a left-handed knitter you should flip if the pattern says knit two together, knit one, slip slip knit, you need to slip slip knit, knit one, knit two together. So here's an example of what the project looks like if you knit it according to the pattern. As a left-handed person knitting from the right needle to the left. This is what it looks like. It works. It works out. But here is what it looks like if you flip your knit two together, slip slip knit. It's a little more uniformed, neater, and you can kind of see what goes on. And this is what a right-handed hat would look like. This is what it looks like, and it works out and is okay, but it's not as neat as what this looks like. Okay, I have another example. This is a Zuzu's Petals, a lace pattern. Get it where you can see it. And this is knit according to the pattern without switching anything. And as you can see, if I can do this in the pattern, because I didn't switch it, there's a line, a knitted line that's prominent in the pattern. Because I knit it according to the pattern, but I'm knitting it from the right hand needle to the left hand needle. So knit according to the pattern, you get these little lines. And it looks fine. Doesn't look bad. But here is what it looks like when you flip your knit two togethers and slip slip knits. It's more uniform and there's not a line going down the patterning. They're both the same material. They're both acrylic. Show you side by side so you can kind of see the difference. Sorry. There's that one. It's got more bumpily. Both of them have been blocked, everything. And this is what it looks like when you flip your knit two togethers and slip slip knits. I hope you can see that. Okay. Okay. That is all of my finished objects, and I have 2 active whips. I haven't done anything with the other things. I have 2 active whips, and they're both crochet, The first one is the sweater that I wanted to knit, the crochet that I had Ted. I asked, Ted offered to buy the yarn because, finances for me. So he got the yarn, and I got it Wednesday, and I started the sweater on Thursday, and the body is almost done. So I want to show you a picture. It is called, if I can get to where I need to be, it is called the Tammy sweater. And, okay, what is the deal? I don't know. It's called the Tammy sweater. It is a sweater that Krista of The Secret Yarnery did a cowl last year for breast cancer awareness for a fellow podcaster who passed away from breast cancer. So here is the sweater. It's called the Tammy sweater, and this is just a picture of, come on now, don't do that, of Krista and the sweater, and I wanted it so bad. I was not able to get that same color yarn. So when I pulled out a lot of pinks and I tried it, and I got one sleeve completed with this yarn, and when I got done, it just was too bulky, it didn't have enough drape. It looked horrible, and so I frogged it. And I wanted to get the same kind of yarn that she used, so that was the Ambient. So I got it Wednesday. This is how much I've gotten done since then. So it's a free tutorial, but you can also buy the written, and I did buy the written, but so far I'm just following the tutorials as I come to the different things. So this is what I've gotten done so far. I think I have 4 more rows to crochet. Here's what the yarn looks like in the ball. I have 4 more rows to crochet on this side before I start the sleeves and do all the finishing. So I am excited and hoping that this yarn it already feels more drapey than the other one I did. So if it doesn't, I'm just gonna try to. So one thing about it, this yarn is 50% acrylic, 50% wool. So make sure I'm correct on that. Well, where is it? Yeah, 50 wool, 50 acrylic. And the hook I'm using is my Knit Pro Zing crochet hook in the J, and I'm really enjoying it. This is very lightweight and smooth to work with. So that is one thing. I'm looking forward to this for going to be like a fall sweater jacket. And I might have to make another one if I can get the pink. I'm actually even thinking about using those pinks and going up a needle size and seeing how that works. This pattern is, Krista gives you what to do to make it your size. You do the measurements, and the written pattern has it all where you write in your numbers, and it is personalized for size. It's wonderful. So I'm excited for that. The other whip is a pattern, another tutorial from YouTube. It's called the Light and Lacy Crocheted Poncho Shawl YouTube tutorial by Blue Eye Style. The yarn I'm using is a Mandala in, I think this is unicorn, yeah. A Mandala in the unicorn color. And this is where I am. I haven't touched it in several days, but whoops. And I'm using, this is DK yarn using a J hook. It's my J40 crochet hook, and you knit a rectangle and then you join it and then you do a border. I'm going to crochet this until I get to where I think it needs to be, then I'll block it out, join it together, and then do the border. It's just going to be something to throw on, like I said, over a cute dress or whatever. I'm going to block it out because this is going to open up and be a very nice light. There's a link in the show notes that you can go look at the product and the tutorial. It's beautiful. I just couldn't wait to start it, so I started it. That's all I have. So, thank you for spending some time with me. I hope I will get back on a regular schedule very soon. I hope you all have a blessed rest of the day and week next week. Thank you again. And I will see you hopefully in 2 weeks for the next episode of the Knit and Purl podcast. Bye.